कारवां तो चलता रहता है और मैं भी चलती रहती हूँ, उड़ती रहती हूँ। मैं अब हूँ केप टाउन के अंदर, साउथ अफ्रीका में। और मैंने ये जो पीछे वाला नज़ारा है ना, इसलिए लगाया है ताकि मैं आपको बता दूं कि मेरे कमरे से जो नज़ारा है वो क्या है। खुश तो होंगे आप ये नज़ारा देख के। इसी के साथ शुरू करते हैं डिफरेंट स्ट्रोक्स। स्वागत है आपका डिफरेंट स्ट्रोक्स में। और ये स्पेशल डिफरेंट स्ट्रोक्स है क्योंकि अब T20 वर्ल्ड कप वुमेन्स का शुरू होने वाला है। और कहाँ है? ब्यूटीफुल साउथ अफ्रीका के अंदर, केप टाउन, पाल और पोर्ट एलिजाबेथ के अंदर मुकाबले होंगे। पोर्ट एलिजाबेथ को ना आजकल एक नए नाम से बुलाते हैं जो कि थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है। सीख जाऊंगी जब तक मैं वहां पहुंचूंगी कमेंट्री करने के लिए, लेकिन तब तक के लिए हम उसको PE कहेंगे या GQ कहेंगे। GQ क्यों कहेंगे वो मैं बाद में बताऊंगी। लेकिन अब समय हो चला है T20 वर्ल्ड कप वुमेन्स का। चलिए उसके बारे में बात करते हैं। मैंने कुछ सवाल अपने फेलो ब्रॉडकास्टर्स के साथ भी डिस्कस किए थे और पूछे थे कि उनको क्या लगता है कि इस T20 विश्व कप के अंदर उनके टॉप प्लेयर्स, कंटेंडर्स, टीम वाइज या प्लेयर ऑफ द सीरीज टाइप्स कौन होने वाले हैं। तो चलिए पहले मैं अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दे देती हूँ, फिर उनकी भी सुन लेंगे। मेरा चैनल है ना, पहले मैं अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दे देती हूँ। हु आर योर टॉप कंटेंडर्स फॉर द वर्ल्ड कप एंड व्हाई? पहला सवाल, मेरे टॉप कंटेंडर वर्ल्ड कप के कौन होंगे? भाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया। क्यों? क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ऑस्ट्रेलिया खेलती हुई आई है या जिस तरीके से खेल रही है, मुश्किल है उनको बीट करना। उनका बहुत ही ज़्यादा खराब दिन हो और दूसरी टीम, चाहे भले ही कोई हो, इंडिया हो, साउथ अफ्रीका हो, जो भी टीम हो, उनका अच्छा दिन होना चाहिए, जिनके लिए सारे बॉक्सेस, फील्डिंग, बैटिंग, बॉलिंग बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से हो और सामने से होप करे कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया का ना हो। इंग्लैंड भी अच्छी टीम है, लेकिन मेरे टॉप कंटेंडर अनडाउटेडली इस समय ऑस्ट्रेलिया है।
My contenders for the T20 World Cup in South Africa would probably be starting off with Australia. You can never count them out. They're the holders of the World Cup. They've won it, in fact, twice in a row now. I wouldn't be surprised if they're hungry for more. They're a very strong side. They've got pretty much all bases covered. The other one is India for me, and I think that's because they've done so well over the last couple of years. They obviously made the final in 2020, but also made the Commonwealth Games final last year and showed so much promise, and they took it right down to the end against the Australians. And they were also now the holders of the inaugural Under-19 Women's World Cup. So I think they can take a lot of confidence from that too. So for me, I think India and Australia, those are the top two teams probably as real contenders.
Who are my top contender and why? Well, you can't go past Australia. They're the best team in this format over the past few years, and they've just a really well-balanced side. They've got X-factor players throughout, they've got world-class players, and I think they've got bowlers that can match up to different types of batters in the opposition team. So for me, it goes without saying, Australia is the top contender, but I think India are going to go close. I think the Under-19 World Cup success, and that might be something that drives this Indian team to say, look, we're going to go and match up what our youngsters have done, which was so fantastic for Indian cricket as well. So can India go one step further? We'll have to wait and see, but they are due. India are due, and that's a scary prospect.
Top contenders for me for this T20 World Cup 23, definitely Australia, because they're miles ahead from the rest of the world when it comes to pressure handling, set of skills, mental toughness, and obviously performing as a team and individual players as well. So I think any team will have to put a lot of effort and carry a bit of luck to beat Australia in any format, let alone T20. Secondly, I think India, they probably have a good chance because Shafali and Richa, they were in South Africa playing Under-19 World Cup. That, especially for Shafali, I think has given her a boost in confidence, and I think that overall India needs to work a little bit in their batting, but they have a lethal bowling attack, especially the quality of spinners they have. So on any given day, India can also beat any team.
Okay, so my top contenders for this year's T20 World Cup. I don't think you can look too much past Australia, just because of how dominant they've been in recent years. They've won the last two T20 World Cups, and they've always been the team to beat, to be honest. And of course, Meg Lanning, who has had a break from international cricket, is back in the setup, so that will only strengthen their side. So they would definitely be my favourites. In terms of other teams who could probably push Australia, I think India without a doubt will be up there. They've made a huge amount of finals in recent years. They just haven't gone that step further. So I just wonder if this year is India's year, especially because they've also just won the Under-19 World Cup as well. So I think from that point of view, there's a lot of positivity around women's cricket in India at the moment, and of course the Women's Premier League as well. But they have world-class players in that lineup. And then England, I think they've similar to India, they've been there and thereabouts in the last few years. The last time they won the T20 World Cup was back in 2009. So for me, those teams are the ones who will be in a position to push Australia as much as possible.
सबकी आवाज सुन ली आपने? बस अब आपकी आवाज हम सुनना चाहते हैं कि आपके क्या ओपिनियन है। आप अपने ओपिनियन जरूर दीजिए क्योंकि T20 वर्ल्ड कप साउथ अफ्रीका के अंदर शुरू हो चुका है। प्लीज सुनिए, यहाँ बात करेंगे। Thank you for watching Different Strokes, or keep watching Different Strokes.